Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem, might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand. Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of right?
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Hola chicos y chicas, bienvenidos a mi canal, soy angifaHD y hoy os traigo otro capítulo más de Call of Juarez Gunslinger o algo así. Y parece que en este capítulo, capítulo número 8, que se me olvida decirlo, vamos a ir a por los Dalton. Pero no sé si utilizaremos un capítulo solo para todos los Dalton o... Vamos a verlo.
It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob two banks at the same time. Two banks on the same damn street.
Cojo una mesa fuera, rápido me la han dicho. Cogemos mi revólver, me ponía que había un secreto cerca, perdón, y lo cogemos. Y madre mía, a ver, ¿qué pasa aquí?
Story was Bob Dalton's girl was always riding him about how he had no ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeeville just to shut her up.
Right. It's always the woman's fault.
Vale, lo que yo. Ah, vale. Entra en el banco y captura.
Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property. Their first mistake was pulling a job in their own damn hometown.
We got us a hero. What's the holes in him?
Yo creo que es muy sencillo hacer lo que me estáis diciendo ahora mismo, ¿eh? Entrar y capturarlos, así sin más. Hola, ¿me dejas pasar? Gracias. No quiero más revólver, me mola este. Hay una pepita cerca. Uf, engarzado. Hay una pepita cerca.
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently. First of all, it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Ocupa tu puesto en el tejado del menos atacador.
Get ready, boys. They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months, and now they finally had them dead to rights. But those boys had a reputation as stone-cold killers, so the marshals took every precaution, knowing they wouldn't go easy. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait to suck the bitches out.
But this bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns.
Recarga, macho.
He went in there alone to confront those criminals.
Vean la parte trasera del banco.
One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank. Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting. From above. Fortunately, a water tower was right there.
Ya verás que emboscada, no sé.
A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did.
Más para arriba.
It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
Tanto de hacer eso. A ver.
We've got company.
Heroic men like him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free. Like Jim Bowie and Davy Crockett, who died defending the Alamo.
Yo voy bien con mi revólver, hombre.
Is that Silas Greaves? Son of a bitch! Brother.
Lo menos. ¿Qué he visto? Ya. Sí, también.
Over there. God damn you!
Es una muy buena, ¿eh? Y como subir, vamos a subir larga distancia otra vez. Puntería rápida o puntería precisa, más que una al apuntar. Se mantiene la mira en un blanco fijo durante un tiempo. Este, apuntar más rápido. Lanza dinamita y dispárale, cazador de cabezas. Ay, 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 ese me ha molado el de cazador de cabezas, la verdad.
Can't hide forever.
una pepita cerca. Vale. 2 de 3. Devuelve rápido por... No, me quedo encantado. Me voy a poner esto porque a ver si con un poquito de suerte.
Over there!
Qué mal, ¿no?
That's Silas Greaves.
What the hell? Blam! He came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons.
Get out here.
Anda, cabeza, que estás ahí. A ver si veo una pepita por ahí. No, no hay nada. Vamos a por los Dalton. ¿Dónde están aquí?
His name was Silas Greaves, and when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
Joder, ¿cómo va a ser la final, macho?
It was early evening, not high noon.
Madre mía, coffee, madre mía. Va al banco y detén a los Dalton antes de que escapen. Será alguna tiene que ser. Si yo creo que me voy a aprender ya dónde están los
I was late to
Dalton.
the party and Coffeyville was already up in arms. The Daltons blew up a safe and were all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
Los hermanos Dalton, los tres, ahí están. Bob, Emmett y Crack.
I had been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them.
No me entero ni a esa manera lo ha dicho, tío, ¿eh?
But they still had friends in Coffeyville.
A ver.
Now you're in trouble.
A ver.
Oh, so you're hiding too now. You can't get me.
¿Era por aquí? Sí.
Hey, we got a seguir. Put some holes in 'em.
And those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail.
Sí, señor.
They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
They ain't getting away with this. Come on.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
I think they know who we are.
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons. And they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons. Which wasn't any surprise, because those two families have been feuding forever.
Acaba con los aliados de los Dalton.
And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths. Pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once.
No sé qué de Kansas.
There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeyville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
Me vais a tener a vosotros que explicar cómo hago juego en vez de a vosotros. Que no, que me quedo con este pesado, pues es unos pesados de la vida. Ahí está, he cogido todos. ¿Allá? Sí.
The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least two of them to escape. The third brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
Hola. Digo, ahí no me da. Pero sí. Joder, es imposible, tío. Madre mía, tú. Bueno, difícil. Corre como si no corrieras. ¿Y ahora qué? Ah, vale.
It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Greaves. This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers, and I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
Gonna send you to the boner.
¡Dale! ¡Hombre!
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him? But I have to admit, that boy had grit.
Por fin. Oh, bueno, pues dejamos aquí este capítulo habiendo matado al primero de los 3 Dalton. No sé si tendremos que matar a los otros 2. Y nada, darle a like y todas esas cosas que vosotros hacéis. Comentar si queréis comentar algo. Y nos vemos en la próxima. Adiós.